I'm gonna keep this brief. So, just wanna uh, just gonna head straight to closing remarks. It's been a really intense day. So, just to recap about everything that's happened today, the scope of the Shilling Summit, even though big part of it was about privacy, about data protection, data sovereignty, we did also touch upon on public goods funding as well as like funding models and perhaps alternative funding models we should be exploring. And we also touched upon interoperability around having these many protocols, ecosystems, communities, perhaps speaking to each other, and perhaps finding ways to collaborate. So as a reminder, Shilling Summit is, the intention was to be an interface between tech users and policy. I hope that when we started this summit, we were more in this world where like tech, policy, and users were kind of separate. And I hope that right now we are more in this world where there's more overlap, there's more connectivity between the three groups. So yeah, I have a few messages that I want to selfishly throw out there. So the first message is for builders. I want to remind you, if you're building, to build shielding tech for everyone and not just cypherpunks. For many, many years, we've been focusing on building tech for cypherpunks. And honestly, cypherpunks don't need more of this tech. What people need it, like normal people, normies, are the ones who need this the most. So we should focus more on that. The second message is for policy advocates. I wish all of them were here, but otherwise you can deliver the message to them. Policies should be built for citizens and not just for governments and megacorps. The entire purpose of them is to actually help citizens and to protect people. And I feel like we are moving towards this world where we have forgotten the purpose of institutions, the purpose of regulations, and we need to stop this trend, and we need to go back to the roots of why all of this was originated. The third message, a bit longer, is for everyone who wants to use data sovereignty. And here is a message for you. You are born with the right and the freedom to share your own data. And not even banks or governments have the right to take this freedom away. And all we can do as tech builders is to enable you, to give you back the control over this data. But the choice of using this freedom is actually in your hands and your hands only. That's it. I hope you had a great time. And yeah, I would like to give a shout out again to all the organizers. Again, this is an event that was organized by many teams, independent teams coming together. Privacy Guardians, Web3 Privacy Now, Knowable, Shielded Labs, who is joining remotely, Heliax, and the Anoma Foundation. And if you feel like you align with the vision, again, there is a DAO for the Shilling Summit, and the idea would be that maybe some teams that organized this one will organize it again, but maybe there will be new teams, independent contributors that want to join forces and organize the next one. And this wallet is the one that, it should be funded only through donations because that will make it remain independent. And if you would like to support, this is one way of supporting, but of course, I hope to see more teams and people coming together to put up this kind of initiative. So yeah, we will keep this Signal group for the community. We'll be dropping the links of the recordings, live streams, pictures, and all that stuff. And yeah, if you want to stay in touch, remain in the Signal group, maybe we should turn on like disappear messages as good practice. And that's it. Thanks again. I hope you have a great rest of the day.